Moral of the story, if you can purchase a trailer for $2,400, maybe don't.
When your heart's deep and dark as well, and everything that's golden and green goes to hell.
I just want to start the video off by saying I'm not a carpenter, I'm not a contractor, I am none of those things. I'm just a guy with a circular saw, a drill, and a dream, man. This is not a how-to video. Don't follow along with what I did and do it to your trailer because you might fuck up your trailer. I had no clue what I was doing. I was kind of making it up as I went along and just figuring it out. So definitely don't follow along. This is not a how-to video. Now that I got that disclaimer out of the way, let's talk about what's going on. If you're confused about who I am, what's going on here, blah, 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 watch the past 2 episodes and everything will make sense. If you don't want to do that, that's perfectly fine. Your call, whatever. In today's episode, we're going to take off the panel of the shower wall and start that demolition completely. Then at the end of the episode, there is a surprise/nightmare. You'll just have to stick around and watch that because it leads into the next episode. And it was kind of a huge deal and a huge problem that I had to fix. But yeah, you'll just have to stick around and watch. Or you can skip ahead, you know? You could also do that. That's how this stuff works. All right, so I'm going to go to past me with a breakdown in current time of the past from the past. That make sense? It really looks like I'm just gonna have to replace a majority of this trailer. I've torn apart a lot of it. Like the ceiling, this entire wall right there. Yep, we're gonna have to replace the entire roof. Exactly what I thought. My dad sort of talked me out of it and said, like, oh, you'll be fine. Not fine. Not fine at all. But that's neither here nor there. The thing that's most interesting is how these things are built. That's barely welded on. And that's my frame. You see, it's not even welded right here. This is just something I have to fix. The holes in the aluminum. More holes. Another hole. This is just a 1/8" sheet, or a 1/4" sheet of plywood. It's kind of impressive that they're allowed to sell these things, but we're trying to get rid of the mold. We're trying to get rid of as much as we possibly can. 5 steps. All it is, 5 steps to rebuild this trailer. And well, it's a little bit more than 5 steps. It's a lot of steps, but 5 main steps. And those are them right there. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna take those 5 steps. We're gonna fuck some shit up. All right. And when you see this hat on me, that means work's getting fucking done, baby. What is this, a fucking weight loss video? Alright, I'm sorry. Alright, let's go back to the video. So, every single one of these screws, they're all rusted. Every single one. And what that means is that there's so much rot
and so much water damage to this trailer that they're all of them are rusted out. And it's on the underside, it's all the way around. So let's see if there's more. Wow, it came right off.
Jeez.
That's amazing. Totally just took it off.
Hey.
The camera.
Hey, look, now look, you can see right into your trailer. That's awesome.
It's now open.
Are you just gonna have a big window? A plate glass window in there?
Yeah, I just want to restate what I already said. I'm not a carpenter. I'm not a contractor. I have no skills in the trades. I did a lot of stuff wrong. A lot of stuff wrong. And I know that. I mean, I had no clue what I was doing, so I didn't know how to do anything right. As you can see, in the middle of the roof, there's a huge dip, and that's from all the weight from the roof collapsing down on the frame. The only thing that was holding the frame together was the panel that was glued onto the frame. That was the only piece of structure that was left. So I should have done it in reverse. I should have taken off the roof first, then taken off the walls. But like I said, I don't know what I'm doing, so I did it wrong. Everything ended up being okay, but it did lead into the next problem, which I'll just show you now. Yeah, what you just saw was my frame breaking. I was under the impression that my trailer was welded together because it was an aluminum frame. It was not. It was screwed together. I didn't know that. I just assumed that metal frames are welded. This one wasn't. It's probably because the company, High Low Trailers, tanked. Like, they went bankrupt the year after, so they're cutting corners pretty heavy at that point. No shade towards them or anything, but you know, that definitely shouldn't happen. I was trying to clear out some rot in the back panel and really get a look at what's going on inside there. And so I grabbed onto the frame, and you know, I'm not a small guy. When I did that, and I like went to jump off, I ripped it off. The wall went like this, and then the roof just collapsed down. I had to literally lift up the entire trailer and put that back together, and it ended up snapping my frame because the frame was so weak at that point that it just, you know, didn't have any. It was like dust, man. Like it was pretty easy to snap it. It was like corroded as which shouldn't happen with aluminum, but they were cutting corners. I think that's enough for today's episode. In the next episode, we're going to get into fixing the frame and probably taking off the other panel or maybe some back panel stuff. I don't know. I have a lot of footage. I'll figure it out when I get to it. If you like this video and you want to see how the build goes, then hit that subscribe button and you can follow along. And if you like the video as well, give it a thumbs up. That'd be huge. I really hate having to do this, but you know, it is something that I want to do, so any support really helps, and it would be huge for me to get that support. There are 83 of you so far, and I really appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for subscribing. Also, if you want to follow along a little bit more, I give like updates, and you know, there are some sneak peeks of like what's already happened. Follow me on Instagram at myhousehaswheels, and my other Instagram is for the podcast, which is the whole point of this trailer. I built a traveling podcast studio. If you want to follow that, that's also on Instagram at HILO_pod. And when I release the first episode, you guys will be the first to know, because I'm going to notify everybody through Instagram that I released the first podcast episode. And the first podcast episode is with Dogcat Manvan. If you know him, he's a really cool guy. I did an interview with him. It went great. And yeah, I don't really have anything else to say.